Over the past couple of years, Japan has had a really big bear problem, only increasing with the amount of depopulation. And you would think that by now, with all the bear problems that they do have, they would have come up with some very good solutions to stop them, whether that's stopping them from coming into the town entirely or just getting rid of them once they do come in. However, I see many stories where it seems like it's their first day dealing with a bear, and they really have no clue what to do at all. And while it is often that I see some story about them struggling to catch a bear, I don't really fault them too much because they are police, and I doubt they were trained on catching bears. However, sometimes the issue does actually get bad enough to where they have to bring in legitimate hunters to help them get rid of a bear. And even then, it's not that unusual for there to be a bit of a struggle. But even considering all of those, there is one instance that I saw this week on Sora News that just trumps them all. The most egregious bear control issue I have seen thus far. Given there were some environmental factors at play, such as the location where some things happened, but overall, the whole situation just seems to be pretty bad. I'm not just solely blaming the police work. It was just truly a horrible scenario. And just looking at the heading, this sounds kind of crazy. Cunning bear managed to escape standoff with police and hunters. Which kind of puts it mildly, honestly, having read the entire story, but not to waste too much time. As we've been seeing in recent years in Japan, not only has the number of bear encounters and attacks been steadily increasing, but it appears bears have been coming closer and closer to populated areas as well. Once an incident that only those deep in the mountains and forests of Japan had to worry about, more and more people have been spotting the large and powerful animals in unlikely places, like train stations and now on the outskirts of Fukushima City, a regional population center with a population of 275,000 people. And as I said, the problem has been getting a lot worse in recent years. While before, a bear or two might have came into an old depopulating city, it would have been on the countryside, and overall, it wouldn't affect too much stuff. However, more recently, they've been coming into full populated cities like this, where people need to go to work and kids need to walk to school. They would more so just go into like an old depopulated one, and not one with hundreds of thousands of people. Given it didn't go too deep in the city, but still, it is a lot more than it would have been. In the evening of June 1st, Fukushima police started to receive scattered reports of what appeared to be a bear wandering around the Sasakino area in the northwest part of the city. The next morning, the vice principal of Noda Elementary School in the same area was driving to work when a bear suddenly started chasing his car. The street is also a route many students take to the school, but luckily the bear appeared hours before any kids were outside. I don't know what you can really do to make a bear this mad. I didn't know they chased cars like that, but you will see the bear gets even angrier throughout the story. Things only intensified after that. At about 6:30 a.m., the Asiatic black bear, measuring about 1 meter in length, attacked an employee in his 20s approaching the entrance of Fukushima Steelworks. It then charged through a glass door at the company's building and mauled a man in his 60s inside. I had no clue a bear could run straight through a glass door, or that it would want to at all, but he seems very agitated. Now that I'm rereading it, I'm wondering if there is something wrong with the bear mentally, or if he has like rabies or something, because this does not seem very normal. Even if it's like a hungry bear, it seems to have just mauled this man and mauled multiple other people later in the story. It seems like it's just mauling them for fun. From there, the bear ran off to a residential area where it jumped clear over a 1-meter wall to enter a nearby field. There, it found and attacked a woman in her 80s, injuring her face. The animal then headed about 500 meters to the northwest and attacked the 66-year-old guard of the Oki Symphotech manufacturing plant before entering the building. Police arrived at the site and surrounded Oki Symphotech with the bear inside, evacuating a perimeter around the plant. Other local businesses and Noda Elementary, which was only a block away, closed for the day. The events so far had all unraveled so quickly, the municipal government could only catch up by this point and issued an emergency cull order around noon that day, granting the local Hunters Association permission to shoot and kill the bear. Which I actually did not know they had to get a culling order to do something against a bear that had already attacked people. Because at this point it had already attacked 3 people, and I think I've seen things in Japan where they're immediately forced to do something once it attacks even a single person. So the fact that it was able to attack 3 people and they still had to get this culling order is kind of crazy. Given they did say it went quick, and I don't know how long it actually took them to get the reports of the people being injured. But back to the story, by this point it had made it into the Symphotech factory, which was probably one of the worst possible places it could have put itself in. Well, for the police at least. For the bear, it was an insanely good place to actually hide. As the article reads, however, by this time it was too late. The bear had managed to hole itself up in the building full of machinery and chemicals. One misplaced shot or a ricochet could have triggered a fire or explosion. Unable to use live ammunition, the hunters resorted to tranquilizer darts, but the bear was in such an agitated state that its own adrenaline counteracted the sedative when struck by a dart. What's the point of a dart? I don't know. Like, if the dart doesn't work when the bear is agitated, is there really a reason to be using the darts? You have to like sneak up on it while it's already sleeping? That doesn't sound very useful. And also they only hit it a single time. I assume they're trying their best. I don't want to say they're not, and I don't want to say I could do any better because I probably can't. But it sounds like they only shot it with a dart a singular time. And I feel like maybe we could have done 2 or 3. And if one didn't hurt the bear, or if one didn't put it to sleep, I doubt shooting a couple more into it would hurt it. And they already said they were going to use guns if it wasn't in the factory, so I doubt they care about hurting the bear. But maybe they only had 1 dart. I don't know. It's just a reoccurring theme I see in these where things just seem to go very wrong, but also it seems like they didn't take a very extensive approach. They kind of just said, oh, dart didn't work. Well, we're not going to shoot another one. For the next 35 hours, again, you couldn't shoot a second dart in 35 hours, sorry. The standoff continued with the bear surrounded and hunters unable to kill it. Traps were set up to catch it when it would finally try to leave one of the building's exit points. However, at approximately 11 p.m. on June 3rd, the animal managed to unlatch one of Oki Symphotech's windows, climbing out undetected and fleeing off into the night. Yes, it escaped after all of that. But I feel like this shows a lot more expertise from the bear, that it was somehow able to figure out a door latch. And they actually didn't figure out the bear had disappeared until the next morning, when I assume they went and they were going to get status on the bear, and somebody said, oh, the bear's gone. And afterwards, given that everybody in the town was already scared they were going to get eaten by a bear and the parents were afraid to send their kids to school, they of course went and searched for it using things like a thermal drone and somehow still didn't find it. It's kind of one of those situations where like I want them to catch the bear because I don't want the children to get eaten on their way to school. But I do kind of admire the bear for its ingenuity and somehow escaping like an entire team of people trying to catch it and thermal drones. And again, somehow opening a window latch, which I did not know bears possessed that capability, but apparently they do. And that is where the story ends. The bear has just vanished into thin air, and they say it's probably off wherever it came from, which hopefully that is far, far away from the town. And they still don't know what actually brought the bear into the town. Like I said, it didn't seem very hungry, or I assume it would have ate the people, maybe. But no, it just attacked people, and then it left. So I have no clue what it wanted. And most of these, it seems like the bears just come in for some reason or another. Maybe they're just exploring and they don't realize. Maybe they come in during the nighttime when everything looks empty, and then people wake up the next day, and then it just gets kind of scared, given that there's cars all around and stuff. That's my best guess, actually. It just kind of comes in, and then the city sparks to life in the morning, and then the bear gets terrified and starts rampaging through the city. And with all of these sorts of stories, it has made the fear of bears very, very noticeable, I feel like. For instance, there was another story where a woman was wearing like a hoodie with bear ears, and it said she was sitting on a bridge smoking, I think, and somebody literally called the police and said, there's a bear out here. And it was just a lady in a hoodie with ears. Which, yeah, I feel like that is the perfect example of people being like terrified of bears right now. Anyways, if you did enjoy some of the bear stories, please do like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. And thank you for liking and subscribing if you did so as well. Bye-bye.